We're going to do a little different video this time. I'm going to take us through a Rotten Tomatoes article, and we're going to address the question, the best Thanksgiving movies of all time. So I'm actually going to pull that article up on screen so we can go through this list together, see what I've seen, comment down below the ones you've seen, and let's see if we can't tease out the best Thanksgiving movies, the often forgotten holiday. Full of all the best food, though. So let's dive right in. This is an editorial at Rotten Tomatoes. Looks like it's under a holiday movie guide, but it's going to be the 20 best Thanksgiving movies of all time. I have not seen all these, so this is going to be something where we learn together. This forgotten niche. I say niche. Don't be and we're gonna see. Let's just go through this list from Rotten Tomatoes, shall we? Shout out to Rotten Tomatoes. So, sharpen those carving knives. You got family coming over. Well, you know, maybe it's Thanksgiving, baby. This is the holiday all about looking back and around you and being grateful. A feeling we think you'll have once you finish this guide to the 20 best Thanksgiving holiday movies. Let's dive in, boys. So they got up first Jim Henson's Turkey Hollow from 2015. Two kids find a magical adventure waiting for them near their quirky aunt's farm. This Thanksgiving-themed family tale from... and it brings you right to the Rotten Tomatoes. So you get the scores here. Let's go back down to that. We'll go right here. The Emerson family heads to the quaint town of Turkey Hollow to visit Aunt Cly. Aunt Cly. Weird name. Tim and Annie quickly grow bored without the internet and soon try to hack the howling hoodoo, an elusive monster the locals dismiss as legend. I don't know about you, but it is not safe to dismiss anything as legend. So that's number 20 on Rotten Tomatoes list. It is Jim Henson's Turkey Hollow. I have not seen it. Comment down below if you have, please. And that actually sounds interesting. I might watch that one. Jim Henson's a genius, so that's cool. Next up is The War at Home. Ooh, Kathy Bates, Martin Sheen, Emilio Estevez, and he directed it. Okay, I'm interested. Let's go ahead and click The War at Home, 60%. It's number 19. Don't worry, we'll go kind of quick, especially because I haven't seen them and I can't provide you a lot of insight. We're just kind of exploring this together, see what we do watch, and maybe we'll do a video of the ones we end up watching. Let me know down below. After serving in Vietnam, he commits acts that still haunt him deeply. Emilio Estevez's character lives at home with his parents. Thanksgiving approaches. His mom and father are dismissive of his odd behavior, wanting to return to the way he was. Sister convinced he needs help, but it may be too late. Oh, or too late. All right, this is a serious Thanksgiving movie and a topic that does require more attention. Veterans' mental health post their experiences. So there's you a heavy hitter, it looks like. The War at Home came out in 96. Next one is The Myth of Fingerprints. We got a Bart Freudenlich title, and it's adult children of conservative New England family return home for Thanksgiving, and you know they gotta come to terms with what looks like some big stuff. Let's click and see. Well, I got another 60 percentile here. Their parents' home in Maine. I'll watch anything in Maine, period. That's the dream. That's where I want us to wind up. So I'll watch it all. Looks like a drama, a little above average drama here. Got an indie film vibes. She's fantastic in everything she's in. I wouldn't be surprised if she just carries the movie, to be honest. That's how good Blythe Danner, Laurel Holloman, Hope Davis, Roy Scheider. That's a good cast. So that's number 18. Number 17 is a recent film, The Oath. Draws a hyper-partisan... Ooh, this one's a little spicy for Thanksgiving. The Oath draws on hyper-partisan modern politics for a pointedly funny satire that hits targets hard and often more than enough to achieve its desired discomfort. Right there, controversial White House policy turns family members against each other. This is your life now? We got to all watch The Oath and report back. Okay? Pause. Let's go watch The Oath. Come on, report back. We'll comment below. So that's The Oath at number 18. We'll go a little faster here. The House of Yes. It's an offbeat comedy. I don't know that one, but it's about a dysfunctional Pascal family. Number 16 there. Came out in 97. We got Alice's Restaurant at number 15, 1969. It's based on a song, The Massacre at Alice's Restaurant. Very interesting folk song. Directed by Arthur Penn. I don't know anything about it, but it's coming in at number 15. Let me know if you decide to watch it. And like I said, I just want to bring attention to Thanksgiving films. So I'm not like I said necessarily going to deep dive into these. I haven't seen them yet. I do plan on watching them, some of them, and I'll do a video on that. But I just want to bring attention to this little gap in between Halloween and Christmas, and some of the movies that take place during them. There's some good stuff. A lot of Christmas movies do hit Thanksgiving. I understand that, but this is not that list. We will have some Christmas lists. This is based Thanksgiving movies. Based Home for the Holidays, 95. Affectionate comedy, eccentric extended family members gather at annual Thanksgiving feast. Bring with them, I can go ahead and tell you probably their issues. And it's directed by Jodie Foster. Let's go. Let's go watch it. Funny People, Judd Apatow film. Yes, it is. That's going to divide people. I don't remember it well enough, to be honest with you. I don't think I was impressed. I don't think I liked it. I think it had a depressing tone, but now that I've maybe have a maturation and palate for cinema, listen to that word. That means I do not. Maybe I could revisit that and appreciate it a little bit more. But I know the house is divided on that one in general, like in life. And but Funny People. Apparently, it's got some Thanksgiving stuff in it. All right, we're moving right along to number 12, The Vicious Kind. We got Adam Scott, baby. I love me some Adam Scott, the mayor of Icetown. Directed by Lee Tolan Krieger. Untrusting of women following a bitter breakup on the eve of Thanksgiving. A misanthropic construction worker finds himself inexplicably attracted to insert female lead. So there you go. That's number 12. We got Holidaysburg 2014. And it's a coming-of-age comedy about finding love, thrilling moments of adulthood, high school friends reunited. We got an Anna Martiamucci directed film here, 75 on Rotten Tomatoes. Probably worth the visit, to be honest with you. That one's interesting. Like I said, going Addams Family Values, great one. Seen it, recommend it. Better than the original. One of the examples, like Godfather Part 2, maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Where Addams Family Values is better than the first. This is the one to see out of that. Angelica Houston, Royal Poole, Christopher Lloyd, John Cusack, Barry Sonnenfeld directed it. It's a great movie. Very fun. Great for the season. If you don't watch any, go watch this one. We got Tadpole in 2002. I don't know anything about it. 15-year-old boy obsessed with people. So I got Sigourney Weaver. Always good. So another coming of age heartfelt one. Probably likes people a little older. I get it. But anyways, that's number 9, 2002. Don't know much about that one. We have Avalon coming in at number 8. Third director of Barry Levinson autobiographical Baltimore trilogy. Oh, interesting. So Avalon came out in 1990. It's coming at number 8. Let's see. It's a little trilogy here. It's an 85 on the tomato meter. Audience gives it a 77. I like that audience score. Largely based on the family history of Barry Levinson. Follows the immigrant Krasinski clan as they settle in Baltimore, early 20th century. Sam Krasinski establishes roots in the city, finds a wife, ambitious son, and changes his last name. Tries to live the American dream by opening an appliance store, revealing cultural and generational gaps. Okay. Not a high concept movie, but must just be good. You know what I'm saying? The Ice Storm from 97 coming in at number 7. That's a Thanksgiving weekend movie about a Connecticut family and a big ol' ice storm. There you go. Pieces of April I have seen on a ton of lists. It is Katie Holmes. She's great. Peter Hedges directed it. I have seen this movie on a lot of lists. I haven't seen it, though. Small scale, small budget, endearing performances. You like that. Wild 21-year-old young woman, very big problem. She's invited, I guarantee you, home for Thanksgiving, if I had to take a leap there. Lives with her boyfriend, low-rent New York City apartment. That doesn't exist anymore. From her emotionally distant family. But her mother has a fatal form of breast cancer. She invites the clan to her place for Thanksgiving. And while the father struggles to drive her family into this city, April, an experienced cook, runs into kitchen trouble and must ask a neighbor, Sean Hayes, for help. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Probably it's on a lot of lists. Just by that consensus, this is probably a really cool Thanksgiving movie. We'll watch that one together, all right? Scent of a Woman from 1992. That's a Pacino movie. Also on a lot of lists. And 89 on the tomato meter. Let's go. Occasionally over the top, I have heard that. Driven by extravagant tour de force performance, Al Pacino, Scent of a Woman is a story where Frank Slade, played by Pacino, got the best name in Hollywood, right? Pacino. Let's get the synopsis here for you. He's a retired lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army, blind and impossible to get along with. He's at school and looking forward to going to college, which is Charlie. To help pay for a trip home for Christmas, he agrees to look after Frank. So Pacino's character for Thanksgiving. Frank's niece says this will be an easy money, but she didn't reckon on Frank spending his Thanksgiving in New York. That is a high concept movie, and that's interesting, and I bet it's good. So let's all watch that one together too. So we got us a hitter right there on. Well, there we go. Good thing I have the gig speed internet. We're back. That was number 5. Number 4, Hannah and Her Sisters, 1986. It's a Woody Allen Manhattan mosaic. Okay, I gotcha. Stars Woody Allen as well. Interesting. Mia Farrow, Barbara Hershey, Diana Wiest. So 91 on the tomato meter. Looks like it is going to be a powerful emotional exploration through these sisters' bonds, through a lot of things that happen in their lives, as you can see here. And I bet it's a good movie. He's a good director. I bet it's an emotional, tear at you kind of film that will leave you, probably a little shaky afterwards. So Hannah and Her Sisters, 1986, number 4. That's my professional opinion on having not seen it. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Should have rhymed that last one. That's part of the pun. Now, you got Steve Martin and John Candy. This is the one. Just go. And you know what's so funny about this and hypocritical? Haven't seen it. It's a John Hughes movie. I could do a video on John Hughes the rest of my life and just planes, trains, and freaking automobiles. This is your Thanksgiving. This is probably the Thanksgiving movie. Okay, let me look at this. So let's just, what do we got? A 91 and an 87? Yeah, you betcha. Easily excitable Neil Page, played by Steve Martin, is somewhat of a control freak, trying to get home to Chicago to spend Thanksgiving with his wife and kids. His flight's rerouted to a distant city in Kansas because of a freak snowstorm, and his sanity begins to fray. Hope he's not playing Phasmophobia. Worse yet, he's forced to bunk up with the talkative Del Griffith, played by none other than John Candy, whom he finds extremely annoying. Together, they must overcome the insanity of holiday travel to reach their intended destination. This is that movie, okay? I haven't seen it. I feel like I have. That's one of those movies you hear so much about, you know what I mean, that you feel like you have, kind of like Airplane. I finally remedied that, and boy, did I not just X out of that. So, ignore the thing. We'll get back there. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. There's you a hitter. And that comes in at what? Number 3. Okay, well, let's see what we got further. We got Kisha, 2016, a 95 Rotten Tomato score. Okay, directed by Trey Edward Schultz, starring Kisha Fairchild, Olivia Grace Applegate, Trey Edward Schultz, and Brian Casterly. I know nothing about this movie. Let's explore for a second. 95 and a 77. It's a raw, bracingly honest, refreshingly unconventional Kisha rings fresh, occasionally uncomfortable. Truth from a seeming familiar premise. So tensions rise at a Thanksgiving gathering when a troubled woman reunites with extended family she abandoned years earlier. Okay. So here's an interesting review by Nigel Andrews. Shout out Nigel, top critic. If this isn't the first work of a major filmmaker, I'll eat my review and I'll film it for you on YouTube. Tough to stomach, but incredible talent. So there you go. Know what you're getting into with this one, but it must be a great movie. I mean, I would, if I was a betting man, I would think it's probably a cool movie. So Kisha can be one we check out together too. Number 1, none other than a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving from 1973. Charles Chucky Schultz character is back again. Well, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It's not Thanksgiving unless you watch this movie. Period. Okay? So look at this beautiful picture. Look at this. It's 100 on the tomato meter. 75 on audience. Should we read the premise? Okay, we're not going to. So, a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. So, you know what I say during this time, during Thanksgiving, the in-between, obviously, it is incredibly different this year, but I'll end this with just saying, have fun with it. You're going to have some tough conversations with your family. You're going to have a very, very polarized home, probably, or however you guys end up celebrating it. Be careful, too, as much as you can, of course. But just enjoy these people. You're all you got. No matter how differently they see the political system or any of the conversations you know are coming your way, love them first. Enjoy it. Enjoy these movies. If you want the serious ones, they're on this list. If you want to just have fun, they're on this list too. I'll probably go back and forth and do a little dabbling. But just have fun with it. Happy daggum Thanksgiving. It's the greatest time of the year. God bless. And go watch some movies and hug yo mamas. Peace.